excellent. 13 points in the fourth quarter versus a team that has been there many times and thrives in those moments. Was very happy with the physicality, with the connectivity. It was our best quarter to date, in my opinion, defensively.
How much of the defensive?
Yeah, he missed some shots he makes every game. So I thought we did a good job of making it tough on him. I wouldn't dare to say we did anything to take him out, but I thought we did not give them opportunities to make easy shots in the fourth quarter. He's a mature young man. He's seen a lot. He's been put in a lot of different positions from our staff on and off the ball, on offensive and defensively, and just very happy with his approach and consistency. He's had many games where he started off maybe a little shaky. I don't know if that's the right word, but the way he's been able to finish as strong as he has says a lot about a young man that hasn't been doing this very long. He's a competitive young man. I think him taking that deep three is another, make or miss. It takes a lot to take that shot in that moment, right? It feels good when you make it, and you get the credit when you make it, but to be able to take that, I think he might have missed a mid-range and then the air ball and all that stuff, and to be able to take it without hesitation and that type of conviction says a lot. He's had a off and on start like we've all talked about for a few months now. So some of his stints were probably a little shorter just to try to maximize his production and effort. But I thought he was a grown man in the fourth quarter. I thought some of his rebounds, some of his catches, some of his passes, some of the simple stuff that is a really big emphasis for him because he does these amazing things. It's so natural that when he can command the fundamentals and dominate the fundamentals, he's a load. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're continuing to learn how to play off him and put him in spots to take advantage of situations. But again, I thought his fundamentals, especially late tonight, were elite. And when he does that, it will be scary. I think he's taken his time a little bit more. I think he's been a little bit more decisive. I think there's times where, because of that type of defense, there's going to be a initial level of resistance or physicality. And when he plays through that, I think that's where we're getting a ton of opportunities because they have no choice but to help. And then I think he's going to also start putting an emphasis on the refs and get some more free throws. I think so. I think it's fair to say I think the young guys should get credit for some of the progression and maturity that they've shown in those situations, especially against some of the teams that we've showed it against. I'm sure you can make an argument for either. I'll say I don't think there'll be any surprises either side. But yeah, the schedule's funny like that sometimes. You just get a team and knock it out quickly. He embraces moments for sure. And I think he's just continuing to learn how to take advantage of different moments. And obviously he made some big shots, but again, I think some of the passes and some of the simple plays are just good of an example or reflection of that. He's been extremely efficient, and he's been able to do that over his career. So expectation, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't say we're surprised either. I think it's just something we've gotten used to. I mean, this isn't our first game with those circumstances, and it's not changing, and it's just part of the season. You look across the league, there's a lot of injuries and guys out, so it's just something where you're trying to prepare everybody, and it's the next man up, but it's nice to see everybody embrace that, not only for themselves but for their teammates.